Hi, this is Rockin' Robin, and today I am in Orlando. I am at Aquatica, and I am going to tell you everything you need to know before you go. These are all great tips and advice, so be sure to watch this video. Be right back. So we got to Aquatica early. We got there about 8:30, 8:45. You want to be able to get a good parking place. But it doesn't open right away. You're going to wait in line because the park is not supposed to open till 9. But they actually don't start letting you in to 9:07. And it is $30 to park and more depending on how close you want to be. So expect that that is not going to be cheap. Once you get in and you park, you can walk and you can get your tickets. Now, the doors don't open till 9:30 supposedly, but they opened at 9:37 after they did the national anthem. So at 9:37, they will let you into the park. Now, once you go into the park, you can't necessarily go on to any rides. You've got to wait. And if you want the lazy river, that doesn't open until noon. So the best thing for you to do is get a locker, and they cost $30. So be prepared. Now what we did is we went and we looked at the signs so that we knew everything where they were, and we can walk around and we could find all the attractions. Maybe you want to take a picture of that so that you can have it with you. There's also a nice gift shop. And here I am reminding you, since the lazy river doesn't open until noon and you couldn't get in to even put your stuff down, we went to the aquarium. Now the aquarium had some nice fish, and you can see those are dolphins, even though they look like orca. And it's a nice thing to view while you're waiting. Otherwise you have to stand until the gates open. You can't even put your stuff down. So that was a little frustrating. It was a lot of waiting. And then once you put your stuff down, you can go on anything except the lazy river. But looking at the aquarium, it's always a fun thing to do. Everybody likes it. Take some pictures, see what they have. First thing we went on was Roa's Rapids. This is kind of like a lazy river, but it's not so lazy. You can't just lay around in a float. It's very, very fast. Now you put your sneakers here so you don't lose them. Now, the first time I went without a life jacket because I thought, I don't need a life jacket. I know how to swim. Well, let me tell you, you'd probably be better off if you have a life jacket. Although it's beautiful and it's nice to look at, the water can take you away. It is definitely a lot stronger than a lazy river. If you've been on a lazy river and you think that that's what this is like, it is definitely not for someone who cannot swim. You need to wear a life jacket. I'm going to show you the first time I went on.
Hi. So Maria, we are in Aquatica at Roa Rapids. Nice and rapid. Wish I had some kind of boat
You will go underwater, and I had a few mouthfuls of that water. Not pleasant. I did notice that grown men, went in there and then stopped as soon as they could and put on life jackets because it was so tough. You can't, like I said, have floating devices. It's a fun thing to do, and most people are really going to enjoy it. And it was definitely one of the highlights of the day. So I recommend that you definitely try Roa's Rapids. Just be prepared on needing a life jacket. And you can see later on that I do put a life jacket on. If you want to see more on the rapids, we will have a video showing a full ride around. Now over here you can see, yep, you notice I got the life jacket on. I am not taking any more chances. Next is the big surf shores. And this is if you like big waves. It's not like Typhoon Lagoon where there's just one wave. There's continual waves. And they'll tell you the time they're going to start and how long they're going to last. They're not as huge as the Typhoon Lagoon. You're going to have to jump around them. If you're not a good swimmer, again, wear a life jacket. They have something on the ground showing you at what point don't go over if you don't have a life jacket or if you're not a good swimmer. But a lot of people congregated around this area, and it's very pretty. So you might enjoy just sitting near the rocks and having fun. You could see it's big, and there's actually two of these, not just one area, but two. And they say one has bigger waves than the other. I didn't notice it, and I asked the lifeguards, and they said they aren't about the same. So take your pick which one you want to go in, and you could see the waves start slowly before they pick up and get pretty strong.
Hi, this is Rockin' Robin, and I am in the wave pool in Aquatica. Here we go.
Are looking to get discounted tickets to Aquatica, please go to our link. We have a link, and you can get discounted tickets. We found that they were cheaper through our link than when SeaWorld had a 50% off deal. So be sure you do that. There are also discounted tickets to Disney and SeaWorld and Universal there as well. And we do make a small portion if you sign up. By this time, it was noon, and it was time to eat. The restaurants open at 11 a.m., and if you have the dining plan, there are several things I want to tell you. One is 2 people can eat using that dining plan, unless you're big eaters, because the food portions aren't as large as they are in SeaWorld. If you're big eaters, you probably need to get your own. Also, the lines are very long, so you may not get past 2 meals in a day. Beware, there's nice places to sit, the restaurants are great, but if there's a lot of people and it's the middle of the summer, it could take you an hour and a half in line before you can get food. And that takes a big portion of your day, and I hate wasting that. So we only did get 2 meals. So remember, the lines are long. You think about that. Now, I'm going to show you some of the other restaurants and places that you can get drinks. I'm going to show you some of the rides. I'm not going to go on the rides. If you want to go on the rides, there are a million other videos showing you each particular ride out there, so please check those out. I'm just giving you the things you need to know. Now, this is Papa's Cantina. Now, the big meal where they have 4 empanadas and boneless wings are not available in the all-day dining. That's $24.99. You can get other stuff there, but you can't get there, and that's what I really wanted, so I didn't go there. There are also other food trucks that you can stop and get different things like drinks and ices and Slurpees. Those are probably not included in the all-day dining, but you can get them individually, and they're a lot of fun. I know we sure did. So let's take a look at some of the other restaurants and places that you can go. That one is a market where you can get things to go, which might be good if you want to eat on the run and not have to wait forever. So let's look at some of the attractions. This is Kookaburra Cove. This is probably for the kids. The kids would really enjoy this area, especially younger children. There are some water features, falling water, and some rides in this area. Some of the rides for bigger kids, or everybody who's an adult, is Breakaway Falls is one of them, and you will come down this fall, and it looked pretty tough. I didn't go on it, but I saw the people coming out afterwards, and they seemed a little shaken. I noticed that the adults would tell their children not to go on it, so it must be pretty intense. If you like intense rides, this might be the perfect one for you. One of the biggest questions I always hear are the cabanas worth it? There's different kinds of cabanas and different sides. Well, it depends how long you plan on staying. They can be $400, $700. For me, I didn't spend time sitting. I can find a chair anywhere, so I did not get a cabana. It's really up to you. It's expensive. Here's another ride. This one is Kari Kari Curl. And it looks, another one that looks very intense. It's very short, but it looks like it's a lot of fun and something you probably are not going to find anywhere else. Look at the way it goes up and around the ride. I have to say, though, everyone coming off the ride definitely had big smiles on their face. So the next ride that I'm going to show you is the Wahanu Way. They say that is the one to start off if you're not sure if you like these kind of rides. That's the least intense. You do have to carry a big float all the way up the stairs. All of these you're going to have to walk a lot, and you have to climb a lot of stairs. They're all high up. They're all going down, so be prepared to climb. Now for me, the main reason that I go is because I like to just sit on lazy rivers. So we are going to do that one next. Now there was a lot of people on this day. If you go in the heat and on a summer day when people have off, expect crowds. It was like playing bumper boats on the lazy river. There's two different ways you can go if you want to see some sea life, some different things. It's a nice ride. It's very, very short. You probably have to go around several times. There's a lot of water splashing in your face. They have falls all over the place. And there's a lot of people. It's not long like Typhoon Lagoon. If you are into those lazy rivers, you might want to think about going to Typhoon Lagoon, because that one is long. It's over 2,000 square feet, where this one was very, very short and very, very crowded. Definitely not the best lazy river you're going to find in Florida. So take that as you will, and if you really like it, you go on it. But I only went on it once. We went around twice. I couldn't get a comfortable thing to float on. Everything was... it was just a rough experience and not relaxing at all. And it was just so overcrowded on that day. Of course, it is beautiful and you go on another day. It might be different for you. You might absolutely love it. If you're enjoying our tips about Aquatica, please take a moment to subscribe, hit the bell, and give us a thumbs up. So let's continue our walkthrough and see what else is around. This is the Banana Beach Cookout. Lots of good food there. They show you a menu before you go in so you know what to do. Here is another ride that you can go on. There's also Riptide Race. I hear that one's a lot of fun. I didn't go on any. Like I said, the lines were really, really long, and was a lot of walking, and it was really, really hot. Now, what else was there? There's also Ray Rush and Wahala Wave. A lot of different choices. That's the good thing. If you want to go on rides, there is a lot to choose from. Now, this is a children's area, and I absolutely loved this area, believe it or not. I think there was a lot more people who are adults here than children. No, I didn't go on the little slides for the kids and all, but there's a lot of different kinds of water features that you can get wet and that are fun to walk through. And you really can spend some time here if this is something that you would enjoy. I like getting a little wet on that thing. Lots and lots of fun. The last one I'm going to show you here is the Tomato Racer. It looks like a fun ride for those who want to try it. I'm going to give Aquatica, I'm sorry, I have to give Aquatica just a D because I was not thrilled with it. The lazy river's too short. Too many people they let in. It was really hot, and the food took way too long, and the food was not anything that special. It was smaller than I remember. And the cabanas, I wanted to get a cabana. I'm not spending $700 or $400 on a cabana. Now, if rides is your thing, this may be perfect for you. If you don't go on a day where it's this busy, you might love it. But for us, this just was not the best place to go in the heat of the summer when there's a million people and you have to wait a long time. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and give us a thumbs up.